How's everybody doing today?
Good.
That's good. Today I'm going to be talking about the different theories around how the pyramids of Giza were built. And I'm going to be talking about a little bit of history about the pyramids of Giza. And then lastly, I will be talking about the most reasonable theory on how the pyramids are built. The pyramids of Giza have been a mystery for centuries. No one knows exactly how they were built or where they came from, but scientists have been fascinated by them for years. They are great monuments that have been built. Some crazy theories have been stated about the pyramids of Giza. One of the theories is, well, first let me ask this. Does anyone know a theory? Does anyone know?
No.
No? Okay. Some crazy theories have been stated about the pyramids of Giza. One of the most notable discoveries, one of the first notable discoveries came around the 1830s. A British Egyptologist found basically laborer graffiti on the pyramids stating that it was built by a previous pharaoh. So in case for those that don't know what laborer graffiti is, you ever driving on the side of the freeway and you see graffiti on parts of the freeway to where you'd be like, there's no way that somebody would have been able to reach that?
Yeah.
That means that the workers actually did that graffiti. The people that built the freeways, it's like marking their territory. It's called laborer graffiti, okay? So on the pyramid, they found laborer graffiti basically stating, you know, who the pyramid belonged to. The pyramids of Giza were built as great monuments for the previous pharaohs of Egypt. The pyramids of Giza show how advanced human beings were thousands and thousands of years before us, because there's still a mystery. Nobody actually knows and can pinpoint exactly how they were built. Even though it's fiction, history, condition, and purpose have confused travelers for centuries, the Great Pyramids remain a mystery. To this day, it will always rank among some of the world's greatest monuments / statues. Me personally, love the pyramids of Giza. I've always been fascinated by them. I even catch myself watching documentaries on the pyramids of Giza, National Geographic, and also on YouTube. Now that I've given you guys, a little bit of insight of what I'm going to be talking about and a little bit of insight about the pyramids, I'm going to be going over my main points. According to a National Geographic article, the pyramids were built for an eternity. The 2023 article states that the first Egyptian king built a pyramid, and his name was Khufu, Khufu, Khufu. The project began around 2500 BC, and his pyramid is the largest of all the pyramids. These are the three pyramids, and I don't know if you guys can see the tallest one. That's Khufu's. Also around 2500 BC, Khafre, the son of Khufu, constructed the second pyramid, the second tallest pyramid of Giza. This pyramid was distinguished from the other pyramids surrounding it because it is accompanied by a structure known as the Sphinx Cat, which has the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh. Now, that's a little bit of history on the pyramids. Now we'll be going over a little bit of some of the bizarre, crazy, theories behind how the pyramids were built. A 2019 Reed magazine article was published on how the pyramids were built. The article states that extraterrestrials, meaning aliens, helped the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids of Giza. The remains of a human hybrid child were found, and they believe that it is a human hybrid child, and that proves that there is other intelligence in our world. It also says in the article that 12-foot tall aliens, extraterrestrials, roamed the earth with us at one point in time. Another article published in 2018 by History states researchers in Egypt discovered a 4,500-year-old ramp system that was used to basically transport the stones to build the pyramids. Now, mind you, the stones that these pyramids were built out of are made of limestone and granite. Each stone weighs somewhere from 1 to 3 tons. One stone. You get what I'm saying? So, with the ramp system that was found, that, it provided clues and insights on maybe that the ramp system that was found was used to basically transport the limestone and the granite from where they got it from to the platoon, basically where they built the pyramids. It's still a bit of a stretch though, because even with the ramp system, it would have been grueling to haul all of those limestones and stuff through the desert. Okay. That's just a little bit of, just two bizarre, kind of crazy theories on how the pyramids, were built based on scientists. Now, to move on from that, I'm going to be talking about the most recent and reasonable theory behind on how the pyramids were built. Okay. In 2022, an article was published. The article was published by New York Times, and it's basically, the article talks about how there's a missing piece of the Nile River that would have connected from where they got the limestone from to transport them to the platoon and where the pyramids were built. It also says that without water and boats, that it would have been hard, very grueling, almost impossible to transport the limestone basically from where they got it from to the platoon where it was built. Scientists have long believed that anyway. You get what I'm saying? Scientists haven't been able to prove it, but they've always believed that water had to have been a way and how they helped them and helped the Egyptians build the pyramid. Today, they can't really prove that the pyramid was built using the water from the Nile because it's dried up. From today, from where they got the limestone to where the pyramid now is, it's miles away. So, now bear with me here. They did some scientific research. The article also states that the Khufu branch, which is basically the missing branch of the water that basically they're saying that the Egyptians used to transport the limestone, dried completely up. And that's why we couldn't figure out how they were able to transport the limestone for a long time, because the river dried up. We didn't know. It was just, remember, it was all these, different theories on how. It's still a mystery. Around 600 BC, that's when it dried up. It had to have played a critical role in the construction of the ancient wonders, meaning, the pyramids. It's also said that it would have been nearly impossible to build these pyramids without that branch of Nile that dried up, the Nile River. They said it would be almost impossible. It's the most reasonable theory. Without the branch of the Nile that dried up, there's been other theories and plenty of theories on how the pyramids were built, but none of them have yet to have been proved to be a fact. Even still, the branch of the Nile that has been found, that has been dried up, there is still no definitive proof that states that this is exactly how the ancient Egyptians used it. I mean, this is not exactly this. It still hasn't been proved exactly that the ancient Egyptians used this branch of Nile that dried up to transport the limestone to build it. It's still a mystery, but it's the most reasonable. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. To transport these long limestones, these very, very heavy limestones, you would definitely need some water in a boat. It would be easier. Okay? Yes. In conclusion to everything that I've stated, the pyramids of Giza have been adored and studied for centuries. They are meaningful, extraordinary monuments with plenty of mysteries to solve.